Greetings, wise ones. This is Melissa from 8th House Wisdom, author, astrologer, feminine energy, and stellar planning expert, back with a new video to help us tap into the dreamscaping power of the Cancer Moonchild new moon. If you'd like to know how to tap into the 2022 intuition moon, to use this next 2 weeks to really call in greatness for yourself, stay tuned and we'll talk about the lunar wisdom formula for that. Now, getting into this video, Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac. It is the cardinal emotional sign, and so it's a leader of emotion, and our leading emotion and first sign of the water element brings to us the power of intuition and dreaming. Cancer has a deep connection to the unseen, to the dream world, and since we have both a Cancer sun and are approaching a Cancer moon, we will have double Cancer or water energy in the sky. We'll really be digging into a deep reflective pool, very similar to the Cancer symbol, that will allow us to pull from the subconscious and pull from our imagination and plant new seeds that can grow for this year. A really good mantra to think about for this moon, which will be taking place at 10:53 p.m. in Eastern Standard Time in the Northern Hemisphere, is focusing on security and serenity now, to borrow from Seinfeld. Cancer rules the home, hearth, roots, our ancestral connection, and the body parts of our breast, our chest, our stomach, again, where the seat of the soul exists. So that is the soft part of your body, with the exception of the rib cage, where we really can experience significant damage if we are not in a secure place. Yet it is also the seat of our soul, so it's a place where if we are emanating peace and serenity, our entire body will feel it, because that energy will ripple out from our core to our limbs, up and in through our head, kind of completely encompassing us. For some people, that's a dreamlike state. However, it's an important one to think about as we make our way through the energy of a new moon, right? New moons, as we know, if you've been listening to my videos or follow astrology, have the power to initiate. So they are where the manifestation process starts. And new moons represent the first light that the moon is reflecting from the sun until we get to the full position. Because Cancer itself is ruled by the moon, being in watery in-between states, such as dreaming and moving through our intuition, is where we're going to find our power. And it is time for us to set a vision and take action so that we can allow this to grow in great ways. Setting an intention right now and doing what I refer to as dreamscaping, where you really dream big and allow yourself to consider what you would do if time or money or the opinions of others were not something that you had to consider. It is in planting that seed that we can check in again in 6 months during the Cancer full moon and see what has manifested from the ideas and emotions that we have imbued into our dreams. But remember this, dreamscaping does not work if there is no emotion connected to your dream. We are in a water sign period of time, which requires not only the use of intellect and the ability to mobilize our energy, because Cancer is a cardinal influencer sign, but the magic here is feeling. If you cannot reflect a dream that spurs a feeling within you, the manifestational powers will be lacking significantly. It's also important to note, on the same day that the moon is new in Cancer, Neptune, which is the planet that also rules the subconscious and spirituality, but from a different viewpoint, will start its retrograde motion. So that's going to deepen our reflective ability, because we're moving into yet another retrograde, and because the planet that rules subconscious nature and behind the scenes is turning inward on itself. It will be there until December 3rd. So these next 5 months are really going to be significant, and we can reap a lot of gifts in terms of opening windows to mend injuries to our core, to manage any addictions that we have. That includes alcohol, drugs, food, ideas. It's not just limited to controlled substances. And to really tap into our sense of inventiveness, because that's what we really need to do to make really good use of a sky with double Cancer energy. That's what's going to allow us to most easily access and tap into the seat of our soul. Now, just checking in with July lunar wisdom. Again, this beautiful new moon in Cancer also will have some positive links to Venus and Jupiter, which means those are both our benefic or positive planets. So there is a happy tone of energy here, and we need that because we need something to counteract the end of the week, where we will be experiencing Mars and Pluto, which both have warring energy, and their clash. And that's going to be happening on Friday of the week of the new moon. The fourth house, again, as we tap into July lunar wisdom and the lunar wisdom formula, the fourth house is what is going to be activated. It represents the mother archetype, and its motto is I nurture. You really want to focus on home and hearth and your environment around you. You want to pay attention to your dreams, again, your intuition and your gut feelings, which is what this is all about. Attending to family relationships and ancestral connections, checking on any blocks that you have had with family and ancestors and clearing that away, and tuning in and to any deeply penetrating spiritual or karmic issues that you have, as they may be highlighted and you may be able to make breakthroughs during this period of time. Again, the fourth house rules our home and ancestors. The fourth house opposes the top of our chart. Astronomically, it's called the nadir, which opposes the zenith, which is the top of your chart. Astrologically, it is called the IC or the Cheli versus the MC, which is our midheaven, right? And so it's the line of our ancestors and our anchor to the world. For me, in my chart, I'm a Gemini rising, so Cancer rules my money house. So thinking about that security that we already talked about in Serenity, this is about me developing security and serenity within my financial sector. Taking a look at where Cancer is in your chart will give you a clearer indication of what's going to be activated with this new moon and how else to leverage or target your new moon intention as we roll through this astrological season. And to focus on the July lunar wisdom in general, mark these dates on your calendar so that you really can access the lunar wisdom formula and manage your emotions, your environment, and your self-care for the rest of Cancer season. The buck Capricorn full moon that we'll be getting in the 10th house, and the start of Leo season, which will happen in the middle of July. So June 28th is the new moon in Cancer, where it is time to initiate and sow the seeds for your future dreams. July 6th is the first quarter moon in Libra. It is about certainty. It's an ideal time to commit regardless of what you are seeing showing up in your environment. July 13th is the full moon, the full buck moon in Capricorn, that will highlight our external world. It will highlight the father, our career, and our outer success. This is a time for us to release and see results. It represents the deciding moment where we let go of those seeds that we planted, knowing that the energy will now move and develop on its own. And July 20th is the last quarter moon in Aries. That's a time to reconsider and balance and ask yourself, what do you know? As we roll into dark of the moon and start our lunar cycle again. Please note that all of the major moon points that I've noted here are in cardinal signs. So this lunar cycle is about taking action in ways that you can influence, right? Emotional action for the new moon, balanced intellectual action for the first quarter moon, earthy, material, physically based action for the Capricorn full moon, and last quarter action will be creatively inspired fire energy to close the cycle out. During Cancer season, we really have the ability to dream big and manifest our thoughts and our desires into the physical world by tapping into our emotion. So in this video, I just want to give you guys a few prompts to consider to help you engage in ritual for the Cancer new moon and really dreamscape yourself into security and serenity now. Ask yourself, what makes you feel safe, secure, and nourished? What family member or soul tribe members would you like to deepen your ties with in the next month? How does your house serve you as a place of refuge and relaxation? And how can you make it more of a home? And last but not least, what dreams have you deferred and how can you reclaim them and the power within? If you are able to tap into this information, you will be able to make the best of the energy that is the Cancer new moon. And if you want to start your lunar wisdom practice and moon watching practice this summer, I have totally got you covered. First things first, you're gonna need to head over to my website and check out a copy of your free birth chart or star chart so you can figure out where Cancer falls in your 12 houses and what new moon you're going to be receiving or activating during this period of time, so that you can even further align your energies with the natural cycles that are going on. And if you want additional support in making your new moon wishes and intentions come true, then you can check out my DIY book, The Lunar Wisdom Formula for Women, that will allow you to fully access all of the steps and additional pieces of information to apply the appropriate lunar wisdom formula at each new and full moon, so that you can manifest big for 2022 and beyond. And if you'd like an higher touch program, then I highly encourage you to check out my monthly lunar membership called Lunate the Wisdom Circle, where I have curated journals, videos, and supporting information that allow you to tap into the power of the moon within a collective of people and really take this practice to new levels as we move into the second half of 2022. I so appreciate you if you have been hanging out here listening to this video. Please, if you found anything of note or use, like, comment, and share the video. Please subscribe, as it also helps me and my channel. And with lots of love in my heart and moon dust in my eyes, I am sending you light and love for the Cancer Moonchild Intuition Moon of 2022. Blessed be, wise one.